Hey guys, we're back. It's CJ, it's T Fent. So our next topic is going to be what will we tell ourselves at 21 years old? Looking back now that we're 45 and 46, everything we have endured, everything, all our life experiences, what will we tell ourselves and really our kids when we're talking to them as well? What we would have did differently if we could do it all over again. So Tanya, go ahead. So at 21, you talking to you're 21 years old. You sitting right here. What would you tell yourself?
I thank God for my son, but don't do it with no man.
Well, I like it.
Stay in school. I just said I love my son, but
we're talking to ourselves.
Yeah, we're talking to yeah. Don't do it. Have intercourse with a man unprotected. Okay. One of our biggest problems, and that's why a lot of diseases are out here, unprotected sex. And that's a message. Stay in school, go to college. Even though, people say, oh, you go to school for all these years and you don't want to get no job to do. Still, knowledge is the key. And 3, definitely would have to say, stay out of the streets. Get caught up. And the reason why I'm saying this is that the other day I'm at the bus stop. I always walk my 2 co-workers to their bus stop.
That's kind of.
And I work in Camden.
Well, how do you walk back by yourself?
The transportation center is right there, literally right across the street.
Okay.
So
but you let them. Wait a minute. You walk them.
I walk them.
Together. And then you walk back by yourself.
It's in the daytime.
Well, what the fuck you need to walk them for?
Because I'm a ladies' man. That's what I do.
Well, go ahead.
So anyway. My co-workers, I walked them, and then we smoked cigarettes and chop it up how our day was and all that. So anyway, so I walked them to the bus stop, and I happened to see 2 people from my brother's class, and no one out in Camden knows me unless you work at Cooper. So I hear, "What's up, T Fent?" Turn, look. So I told y'all that was T Fent. When I tell you, I couldn't even recognize and tell you who they were. Until they said, "Tell your brother I said what's up. Tell Sean I said what's up."
Please don't slip and say the names. Tell me later.
I know. I said to myself, and Camden's really bad, especially when I get off the bus. I don't drive into work unless I have to. But I get off the bus every night, and I just see, people literally. I know we've seen it in the movies. Like, no, that don't really. Yes. Yes. They're slumped, and it's like they're voguing, and it's like, really, and to see them, with the cardboard boxes literally used as blankets, right. And it's terrible. And when I see my brother's friends, it broke me, and I kind of thank God that I took the road that I took. And I'm here today, or whatever the case may be. So that's definitely if I was 21 right now, and I always try to tell my son, well, I don't try, I tell him, like, it's a cold world. Y'all don't even know what's really out there. All y'all care about is right now your iPhones, social media, and your gear. Y'all really don't have a plan.
They don't have a purpose.
And y'all don't have a purpose until
plan.
Unless you have a family, and even if you have a child, most likely it falls back on us because we already know how it is to be parents.
Right.
Y'all don't know. You wouldn't even have the first clue. It's the first thing, mom, dad. Well, we're gonna say mom, and this is mom. So just and I thank God that He does it. Yes, do I want a grandchild?
You're talking to your 21-year-old self, Tanya.
But I'm just saying, I'm talking to myself, and this is what I would say to my 21-year-old self.
Look at yourself in the eyes and stay on post.
No kids. No kids. If I had to do it all over again, and I'm going to reiterate, do I love my son? I love my son to death. But if I had to do it all over again, no. Because I would want to be a better person. But then again, I don't think I would be like that. Yeah. I love who I am now because you live and you learn.
I think Elijah helped me.
And yes, and Elijah, believe it or not, Elijah saved me. And that's what I told him. I said, you saved me. You made me a better person because 20 years ago, I was a bitch and I wasn't sugar, honey, iced tea. But however, I I changed and I evolved as a woman that I am
Right.
today, and I have a heart now, and I learned how to love and care and cherish people, and I'm very family oriented, but family ain't sugar honey iced tea either. That's right, you heard it first. And I don't care.
Ain't the last time you gonna hear it.
Yeah, and yeah, damn right. So that's just my point of view of talking to my 21-year-old self. No kids. Stay protected and go to school, and that's what we have to bestow, and that's what y'all need to, y'all young mothers and fathers, bestow that in y'all children that y'all having now. Go to school, even yourselves, if you're 21, 20, 22, 23, in your early 20s, and you're having children. Go to school. Go to school. The best thing that happened to me, I got an early Mother's Day present when my son said, Mom, I'm going back to school.
That's what's up.
Because he went to school, but doing the most, he dropped out of college. He dropped out. Not like I didn't do the right thing, but they make their choices. When they hit 21, they want to do what they want to do. Excuse me, actually 18, because he graduated when he was 18. Made his own decision. I think y'all need to change the laws about them being 18 and they're legal, and also 21, because really, they don't really get it right till they're effing 30. Okay? When they're effing 30, that's when they get it right. So y'all need to change the rules about you're 21, they're legal. No, they're not legal, because they run back. Mom, can you give me this? Dad, can you give me this? I am on post, but I'm just saying, change the laws, because these 20-year-olds now, they're not built the way we was. We ain't have no choice. Get the F out, make it on your own.
Right.
Us, we coddled them.
Yes.
Because what we went through,
right.
I'm all for it. Change that shit. And that's my point of view of it.
All right. What would I tell my 21-year-old self? Well, I was pregnant when I was 21, and I ain't gonna take that back, and I'm gonna tell you why. Although,
she always got to do the most, like.
All right. What would I tell my 21-year-old self? 2, not take out student loans. That's a major thing. Do not put yourself in debt at such a young age, because you'll end up paying for it when you're at my age. You know what I'm saying? Because the things don't go away. So that's one of them. One of the other things I would say is, I would not have gone to school for as long as I did. I probably would have went and got a trade. I would have told my child to really, I would have told myself to go after your dream, not get stuck in the whole mouse trap of working, a traditional job. I would have said something totally different. I would have thought about it as having your own business, being independent. That way, if you have a trade, you can pick up and go anywhere you want to go in the world. But, when you I work for the state. This is where I'm going to retire at. I put so much time in. I would tell myself to buy a property when I was 21 years old. That way my daughter would have it now. It would have been a free space for her to have everything she wanted. The only thing she had to pay was her taxes. Yeah. I didn't do that. If I would have told myself at 21 to travel more earlier. I just started traveling really in like my 30s. I really should have been traveling earlier. I should have been taking my daughter when she was 2, 3, 4, 5 years old on trips rather than waiting till she was 11 and 12 years old. I just didn't know any better because I was caught in this financial thing of putting myself in so much debt, and now I'm working to pay all these bills off, to be a little bit better with my credit from the jump. My credit now is A+, but like most people in college, you ruin your credit. You know what I'm saying? I would tell myself at 21 to enjoy my 20s. Don't get caught up in relationships. Live your life. You know what I'm saying? Try experience all that you can. That way you're not 45 years old and you missed out on so much that now you feel like you missed something. You know what I'm saying? And I don't like to feel like I missed something. I would definitely tell myself that. And I would tell myself, not to be so closed off, to be more open to receiving love, attention. It's hard for me. I mean, when you grow up in a German household, people don't understand a German household. You know what I'm saying? You don't understand unless you're in it. It's a very harsh environment. And I have to keep saying.
Imagine how black people feel.
And I understand that too.
I'm being smart ass.
No, I understand that too. Smart. But you have to be around another German person to understand. It's an understanding.
Like I was around you.
Danielle and I understand.
Yeah, but
She is Austrian.
Omi didn't treat me like that, so that's why I said before, I'm surprised.
It's not an affectionate thing. You don't know what love is. Love in a German household is providing gifts.
Yeah.
If I get in trouble, my almost just gonna buy me a bike or something. She's not gonna hug me and kiss me on my cheek and say I love you. It doesn't happen, so I don't know what love is. I'm very harsh, and so I'm very hardened, and so I think I would have told myself at 21 to soften up some. You know what I'm saying? So those are things I would definitely tell my younger self to have more patience with my daughter, because I was hard with her too. I wasn't as affectionate as I should have been with her. I still feel like I give myself a lot of credit for how I raised her, but I would have told myself at 21, be more loving, be more understanding, be more supporting, be more conscious of my anger. You know what I'm saying? Of misplacing my feelings, things like that. I should have been a little bit better at. So those are definitely things that I would tell my 21-year-old self. And not all friendships and relationships need to be totally severed. Some have to go. Some have to.
Yeah.
But to not be so cutthroat. You know what I'm saying? Not, especially now you live in this coronavirus thing with this man-made thing they put out here to kill everybody. It has made me realize that life is so short.
Yeah.
That we're only here for a certain amount of time, and that our role, our soul is made to connect with certain people for certain reasons. And maybe it is to cut people off. I don't know, because to me everything is already written. But I think that a lot of people I threw away too prematurely.
Yeah.
And I would tell myself at 21, don't prematurely throw everybody away. You know what I'm saying? So those are things I would tell myself.
Yeah, I think this quarantine really got everybody effed up in the game. Changed attitudes, relationships, improved relationships, reality check. So a lot of self-awareness, and which I think the whole world needs. And I think we got a culture shock about a lot of things and everything. Yeah, that everything that that everybody is going through.
There is no security in nothing. No job security, nothing. There's no security.
And I appreciate that I am an essential worker. And I want to share something real. I hate talking about politics, but I'm one of the ones that do not get the hazard pay. I've been working through this pandemic since March. So I get it now. Basically, they don't want to put out there, like, you got to read between the lines. Nobody told y'all to pick y'all careers. Right. Essential workers. So therefore, you got some people crying like, oh, we didn't get the hazard pay, but some people do. First of all, it's not a state law to get it, okay? And my hospital is privately owned. Now, if it was a state law, the state would pay them to pay us.
Right.
That's all fine and dandy. So we get that all out of the way. But in a nutshell, again, nobody told us to pick our careers. And you're here to help and serve the people. So you're working. So not to say that we shouldn't comment on people that are making $1,000 to sit at home, because I think that's very offensive. Because I get up and I go to work every day. As a matter of fact, I'm doing this right now and I still got to go work tonight. But my whole thing is this. You're right. We didn't ask to pick our careers, but at the end of the day, show some kind of showmanship, show some time of appreciation. I don't need a jacket. I don't need Uber Eats, because at the end of the day, we're talking about my health here.
Right.
Okay? So fine, I get all that. And as far as the hazard pay is concerned, you're right. I am lucky to have a job.
Right.
Get up every day. Still got my 401k, my life insurance.
True.
You're right. So you know what? I get it, and I don't complain. But I hear other people, and I have to say to them, we work, right?
Right.
And there are certain perks for us essential workers, right? Be lucky we're not state workers. I said, my best friend is a state worker, and she's going through it right now.
Yeah, I was on unemployment for 10 days.
So
I had to go on unemployment for the first time in my whole career.
Okay, so imagine that. So yeah, there's a lot that goes into it, but let's just thank God that, first of all, we get up every morning.
Cash app link on this joint.
You know what I mean?
Because that thing hurt, that 10 days hurt.
So, and that's how I look at it. Whether or not that I'm still waiting for my 2018 taxes. I had to call the IRS. I sure did.
God.
And got in touch with them.
21-year-old, so you want 2018 taxes.
And then it still coincides. So, because I moved on to the quarantine. And we were talking about the COVID and all that. But anyways, it's extra. So anyway, we appreciate life, and that's what we should do. And I know right now everybody's talking about the stimulus checks and the stimulus package. And yes, they should have made separate bills instead of trying to put everything together. I hate politics, but at the end of the day, pay attention and watch and get out there and vote. If you don't like certain things, get out there and vote. You can't blame yourself. You can't blame, oh, why is that person president? Look at yourself in the mirror. If you didn't go out and vote, that's your business. Because we don't want to hear about it, even though we're going to hear about it. But we'll talk about that too, the presidential election. And this is probably going to get heated between her and I. Because we have differences. Yeah, I'm Biden all day. And she's a Trumper. And for a reason. I like Donald Trump. He's a very smart businessman, but he's not a politician.
No, he's not.
He's not. But as a businessman, yes.
But that's what the people want.
And that's what people want.
Transparent. I was gonna keep it 100, and now they don't know what to do with it. They don't know what to do with it.
And what I will say about the Democratic Party, Pelosi, you're holding us up. You're holding it up. Let it go. Do these individual bills. You can't have everything together, sweetheart.
You better know what you're talking about.
You can't have it. You right now. You better not. You can't have everything together, sweetheart. Do the separate bills, and then y'all regroup. Y'all on recess right now. Hopefully, when y'all come back next Monday, y'all can give something for the people. Y'all's for the people. Y'all rule the House. Okay, you don't rule Congress, but you rule the House. Let's do something for the people. Okay, I am a Democrat. I'm for the people. I work for the people. So. She does too. So let's do the right thing and let's give these people what they need. Give us what we need. Give America what they need. Both parties need to stop being stubborn because at the end of the day, y'all work for us. We don't work for y'all. Y'all work for us. We put y'all in office. So let's do the right thing. I'm Latanya Hope Fenton.
You telling your whole government?
Nah, this is Carla, Jolene, Gardner. I'm thinking of different people here. I'm thinking we should be action figures. CJ Gardner, but that's Carla Jolene Gardner. I'm Latanya Hope Fenton. We out of here like last year. Give us your opinions. Wait a minute. We forgot to, wait a minute. Hit the like and make sure you subscribe. But hey, we're going to plug you into this. If you haven't watched it, because we did get off a topic a little bit, well, I did, you got to watch P-Valley. You got to watch it. That's on Stars.
I'm going to subscribe. I can't say that word to say one more.
Subscribe. Okay. And you gotta watch Hightown, Showtime.
I'm gonna Showtime.
Showtime, come on, Showtime for what did I say? High crimes? No, Hightown. That's on Showtime. P-Valley, I love it, and The Shy, also on Showtime.
Shy, baby.
And if you don't do anything else, let us all watch Michelle Obama tomorrow night at 10 p.m. I'm very interested in seeing what she has to say. And she's going to watch it too. So, and we'll talk about that in our next segment. We love y'all. Thank you for tuning in. We hope that we entertained y'all. And again, tell a friend to tell a friend. Subscribe, like, and share.
Yes.
We are on Instagram, Day 1's.
Yes.
All right. And we got a picture coming for you. Please leave a comment on all 3 videos. I think this is probably like the best one that we have done so far. And again, we are traveling.
Damn it, hit the button, yo.
She's so ignorant because it's not about her. We love y'all. See you.